going to talk. He will give us the second speech. Actually, we have 10 types of speeches. The first one is the easiest one, ice-breaking speech, which is about yourself. You have to tell yourself about yourself in an interesting way. The second one is called organize your speech, where you have to pay attention to the content, the structure. There should be introduction, body, and logical conclusion. Today we'll have 3 speakers. All of them will have the second speech. So organize your speech. While listening, try to pay attention to the structure of the speech. So the first speaker is Ilyas Batyrov. Please help me welcome the gentleman.
Hello, dear fellow Toastmaster and guests. I want to start my speech from a question. Who is here first time in Toastmaster Club? Please raise your hand. I want to see you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, yes. And you? You are here first time? In Toastmaster? No. No, don't ask, just right. No? Okay. It's just question. I ask it because I can bet that 90%, maybe 95% of you will not join to our club. It's very practical because I heard a lot of I will join and so on, and I couldn't understand why it happened. Because you see how people deliver the speeches, but at the end you just leave it and forget about it. And I couldn't understand it before I asked one newcomer, and he answered me something like, what for I need the Toastmaster Club? And only then I understood the newcomers don't understand why they need Toastmaster Club. And in my speech I will try to explain why we need Toastmaster Club. I will explain by the 2 stories. Please look at this ring. You see? What you can say about it? There's no small, old,
expensive.
It's not expensive. It's not even silver, you know.
It's round.
Yes. It has no value. This ring has no value. But this ring has a story. Story which relates to my father. My father is an orphan. His parents died when he was 1-year-old baby. And what left from his parents? Only this ring. No photos, no documents, no property, nothing. And my father is a very close person, and he had no any friends. He loves 2 things: read newspapers and make photo. He addicted to camera, you know. He wanted to picture everything. Every event he is with his camera, trying to put crowd in one place. And when I was a kid, I really hated it. Because instead of playing with kids, I spent time to help him make photos. But I couldn't understand his addiction until last year, before I knew about this ring. Then I understood why he is making too much photos. We have, I think, maybe more than 1,000 photos. If you come to my house, you will see everywhere pictures, you know, paintings and so on. And I understood that he wants that something left after him. Something. Pictures, no matter. And I started to think about this, and I understood that no one is immortal. Our parents will die someday. And I have never think about it before. And after that, I changed my attitude to my mother and father. I started to hug them, because before I didn't hug them. I started to say I love them. I kiss them without any reason. And really, I start to appreciate it. Appreciate their life. And I want to say you that we have to appreciate time. Appreciate our parents, because we all die, and what will left is only memories. Let's left only good memories after us, and let's save only good memories. And this is story. trying to say you that encourage you to appreciate life, appreciate parents. I call it to act. You can use this story. It's like you feel something, yes, maybe some sorrow and so on, and you can use these stories to encourage people, for example, to appreciate time, appreciate relatives, colleagues. You can modify this story about, like, for example, your friend who also died maybe, or something like this. You can use this story everywhere. And I want to say about, like, second story. Second story is more simple. It's about, like, how you can make your own brand or your business. Of course, it's a little bit hard to listen it. Little bit hard to listen it after this sad story. But I have a friend. He's chief in one restaurant, and I asked him about, please recommend me some wine, popular wine, and he recommended me Château Fontenelle. Yes, Château Fontenelle. Chateau Fontenelle. Something like this, I forgot the name. And I tried it, and the taste of this wine was very usual. And I asked him, why is this wine so popular? And he told me this story. And long time ago, in the whole region of France, was garden. In this garden, lovely couple secretly meet each other every evening. Because, why secretly? Because their parents forbade them love each other. Something like Romeo and Juliet. And when their story disclosed, their secret disclosed, they decided to poison each other. And they poisoned each other, they died, and their parents graved them in this garden. And after a year of their death, from this soil, grapes started to grow. And this grape has a very different taste, not like others. And local people called it sorrow love, taste of sorrow love. And from this grape, they made this wine. And more he talked about this story, about this two like unhappy hearts, unhappy love. The more taste of this wine became better. Taste of this wine became better. And I understood that when I buy concrete product or food, I don't buy it because I really need it. I buy it because it triggers me some emotions, some feelings, which give me some pleasure, some sort of happiness. And the storytelling, it's I see it. Storytelling, it's the same thing. With story, you can trigger emotions. You can build your image, you can build your brand, you can do everything with a story. It's like a seed which you plant in listener's head, and listener will care about this seed by himself or herself. And to conclude, I want to say that 80% of average human being, time of average human being spent on communication. And storytelling, it's one of the best, like one of the most important skill in communication. And from my point of view, it's very foolishly to not know how to communicate effectively. Because with story you can do everything. You can, as I told, build image, call to act people, motivate people, give them hope. And if you ask me, is it worth to come here once at 2 weeks and spend 2 hours to obtain this skill? I will say, of course, yes, it's worth it. But I want to ask you, is it worth it for you?
Yes,